See how my next painting is influenced by masters like Bouguereau, Vigee, LeBrun, Da Vinci, and Jacques. Young girl with bow in her hair. I found a reference and I just knew I had to turn it into a painting. This is a reference from a free site, and I'm going to share with you all the edits that I perform on it to get it ready for my painting. This is a painting in my new series called Tea with Alice, and the first thing I'm going to do here is change the look of the teacup. I want it to have a more whimsical pattern and color to it. When it comes to compositions, I don't like things that are lined up so perfectly, so let's see if we can't break this straight line. Another thing I did was tilt the photo so that I could change the angle of the neck and the head. Another thing I don't like is the blue denim dress she's wearing, so I found this striped dress and I'm going to use it to change the look of her dress. With the magic of Photoshop, I am able to raise up her hand to break that straight line and also raise up her eyebrow to give a more interesting expression to the face. The hands are a major player in this painting, so I want to use this Bouguereau masterpiece to help me paint the hands in my painting. This masterpiece inspired my composition. In this one, I like how the head is facing to the left and the body to the right. And when I saw Jacques' giant bow, I knew I wanted to turn this into a modern painting of my own. So here's a closer look at her eyebrow being raised, and I'm going to be using this Bouguereau masterpiece to help guide me in the painting of her lips. So here's where we're at with the reference photo so far. We have the hand raised up, the teacup changed, the dress changed, the eyebrow for the expression. Now let's see what we can do. Maybe add a little bit of a vignette around the edge just to kind of guide the viewer to the center of the canvas. I like that, so we'll keep the vignette in there and add a little bit to the left side of the canvas and a little bit to the top. And that's a good starting point, and then I think we might play with some of the colors. Welcome to my channel, Shelley J. Cox. Come along with me on my art journey. Okay, let's have some fun with her hair color. So I'm going to just kind of grab just the hair by outlining it in Photoshop using the color slider back and forth, and we can just see some of these different colors from blue to green to red. And I'm really liking the look of the red. I think I want it to be a little warmer rather than too cool, and maybe just a little more saturated than it was initially. I mean, she kind of did start out with red hair, but it was just a simple regular type red. I want this to be a more modern painting, so I'm going to brighten up the red in that hair. That's looking pretty good there. There, see what a difference changing the hair color makes? I mean, it's a totally modern, different painting at this point. So let's do the same thing with the bow. Let's see what's happening here. We outline the bow, then we're going to change the colors. Now you want that to play off the hair, but also keeping with the idea of the greenish bluish color bow from that masterpiece we were looking at by Jacques. I don't want to stray too far. I like the idea of it being in the blue-green family. And I'm thinking a little blue added into the green. Yeah, there it is, where we started and now where we ended up. I like that a lot. I love playing with my references this way. There's just no fear in Photoshop. I've put together a little thank you for everyone that's been supporting my channel. Go and get your free How to Paint Eyes tutorial today. Would you like to see this eye tutorial in real time, full length, with all the tips and tricks along the way? Then all you have to do is go to the link in the description and put in your email, first name, click the button, and the full length free How to Paint Eyes tutorial will be on its way to you. Now it's time to explore the values in my reference photo. So here you can see that I've circled the lightest areas, and the lightest value that we've got is going to be a value number 2. This is helpful information for when we're mixing our palette, especially the lightest lights. Now it's time to analyze the colors. I'm paying especially close attention to the colors in the face and the hands. I'm collecting the lightest areas first, and remember from our value study that in this pile on our palette, the lightest light is going to be a value number 2, and then we're going to collect the colors that we'll use in the middle values, and put that in the middle of our palette here, and then we'll collect the darker values and put those at the top. And I like to save these. I have an archive of different palettes that I've created, especially my master copy palettes, and I'll go back to those when I am creating new paintings to see some of the colors that I use to create, especially skin tones, and compare that to the master paintings that Bouguereau and some of the other masters that I like to use as reference for their skin, and that way you can have similar painting skin tones in your paintings. So don't forget to subscribe and follow me on my portrait painting journey. New videos every Saturday. As usual, in keeping with tradition, we're getting some nice warm darks. And let me just grab some of the red from her hair. And then we need to get the eye, the white of the eye, which is never white. Looks like we've got some nice gray and light blue color there. And here's some lips. Nice, I'd say that's kind of a cherry red color. It's beautiful. All right, let's explore the color of her bow a little bit. It's a green, but it is kind of an unsaturated blue-green color. There's some nice warmer green highlights. And I really want to play up the texture when I'm painting that bow. It's a gauze material. Here's a look at how I've toned my canvas and just barely laid out where the face and the bow and the composition will hit on there. I really want to paint my painting in a way that mimics the Bouguereau skin tones, and so to do that I'm going to paint a master copy before I do my own painting. And here's a look at the beginning of my Bouguereau master copy of Psych. I'll be sure to post the full YouTube video as soon as I'm finished. So now you've seen all the preparatory work that I do just to get ready to paint a painting.